Hey guys, welcome to the Flying Busters channel. Today I'm bringing you guys a Halo 4 big team battle on the map Ragnarok. And this game, I don't usually play big team battle, but I was playing with my cousin Posh, and he had just gotten an Xbox, and he just got an Xbox just for Halo 4 because he loves Halo so much, and so he's he's never actually played on an Xbox before, and he normally doesn't play that much online, so he's still getting used to the game. And so I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and I'll play with you. And this game actually turned out to be a pretty decent game, although as with most of my gameplays, I usually start out very crappy like that right there. And so anyway, I hope you guys do enjoy the gameplay. My loadout for this game, I use the DMR, the pistol, frag grenade, dexterity, and Promethean vision as my armor upgrade. Although I will say, for your armor upgrade, I would recommend using the jetpack as opposed to Promethean vision, so you can be more mobile as opposed to just being able to see people who are invisible. Just because, in my opinion, I would use the jetpack more often than Promethean vision, but that is entirely up to you and at your discretion at what you use. But I generally, for this map, I would recommend using the DMR. And the reason for that is because we have a lot of it's very open map, it's very long range style combat type of map, and so I would recommend the DMR over the assault rifle, or just because it has some serious range compared with the battle rifle or the assault rifle. And for your other type, the Covenant carbine and the light rifle, those are acceptable substitutes as well, but generally, I'm not as good with those weapons as I am with their human counterparts, so that is entirely up to you as well. You guys can go with that, but on this map, I would recommend anything that is considered a mid to long range weapon. So in that category, I would recommend the DMR. So anyway, that's going a bit to technical terms, but I guess what we'll do, we'll talk a little bit about the gameplay. What I was trying to do, I was trying to be a little aggressive, a bit too aggressive here, and I paid for it dearly, but whatever. And so, I guess the thing about this map is that generally people like to stay on their sides, and so a lot of the combat does tend to take place with long range type weapons, and the middle, generally, because there's a little canyon and a river that goes through. Not a lot of people like to fight there. What I saw generally in this map was on the left hand side. We would like to fight just because there's an open space and people could bring vehicles there. That and the area next to the enemy spawn. And to me, in my opinion, those seem to be very concentrated areas. But most of the combat, as you can see, is mid to long range of fighting. So if you use a close range weapon such as an assault rifle, it would really you would have to get up close, and because getting up close in this map, it means getting surrounded by multiple enemy players. I just wouldn't recommend it, and that's my opinion, but I just wouldn't recommend it for this particular map. Although for other maps, such as gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but for other maps that are generally focused around close quarters combat, that's when I would recommend an assault rifle over a DMR. But anyway, let's get away from talking about technical terms and just talk about some things that are going on. Anyway, right here, I should have gotten this kill. I don't know what was going on with our lag compensation, but anyway, if you guys saw the last video, you guys know my thoughts of the game. I thought the campaign was good, except for the music. I thought the multiplayer was great, and I haven't really seen anything too overpowered in the balancing issues. And the Spartan Ops mode, I thought was more of an additional mode, such as Spec Ops and Call of Duty. Not something that a lot of people would play, but more of a filler. But overall, I thought this game was great, and especially in the multiplayer, in my opinion, is where it shines. But let's I think I've said this for the third or fourth time, but let's get away from that and let's just talk about what was on my mind. So anyway, I had a crazy dream the other day. So let's move on to, yes, it's a crazy dreams. And So I will say like what here's the background for my dream. It was 2 days ago, and I just woken up, and I really didn't feel like getting out of bed, so I hit snooze on my alarm. And so uh, during that time, that like 10-minute period, I fell asleep again. And so here's what happened in my dream. I was just walking down the street, and then all of a sudden I realized that I had lost my phone. I was like, oh shoot, how the heck did I lose my phone? And so then, in order to go find it, I assembled a commando squad. And man, this was like the full deal, man. We had like body armor, like machine guns, like, and we had like super high tech, like Ghost Recon, like that style of commando armor. So like we were all like decked out. We were like, yeah, we're gonna go get this phone. And so then so then we go, and the next thing I remember is like, you know how in dreams you kind of jump around. So I remember us gearing up. Then all of a sudden I remember us all of a sudden being in the middle of a firefight. I remember like there was gunfire, and like people were dying left and right. We're like, oh shoot, like what do? We gotta take out this guy, and like we gotta advance up here and shoot the Russians and do all this. And like, yeah, we were fighting the Russians. For some reason they had taken my phone. But anyway, so we were fighting, and then all of a sudden after we had fought, and I was able to finally get to our objective and open the little package where the phone was supposed to be. Once we finally did, there was nothing there, and we kind of had a moment where we were like, oh shoot, like what the heck are we gonna do? And then I wake up and my phone's in my hand. That's the trippy part. Like I wake up and it's just there, and I'm like, what the frick? Like how did that end up in my hand? We were just looking for this thing, and then I was like, oh shoot, I gotta go wake up and go to class. And I had to go to chemistry, and I was like, oh, it's like I can't be worried about like how the Russians took my phone and freaking it disappeared in my hand. So there's that. And then I also had another weird dream today. It was while I was taking a nap, and it was a really short dream. It was like a 5-minute dream, and what it was, I was eating a sandwich, and what happened was I was taking a drink from my drink, and when I put it down on the edge of my plate, and it fell. And I was like, oh shoot! I was trying to catch the drink in my dream, right? And you know how when you're trying to be like really quick, you have like a quick reaction, like you're like, oh shoot, like. And so like I twitched in my dream, and then that's how I woke up. I like woke up with my entire body twitching, like, oh shoot, like. And then I woke up and I'm like, wait, how the heck did I end up here? And so I think like that's kind of a weird thing of how dreams in a way, like they can the way you act in your dream can influence how you actually move in real life. And it's just like I always found that fascinating, just like how effective like your dreams could be on your perception of sense, even though like there could be something completely ridiculous like the Russians taking your phone and like I thought that was real. I thought I was like, oh shoot, like this is for real. I never actually thought about like, wait, where would I get a bunch of people who would be in a commando team and freaking actually go against the Russians? And why would the Russians want my phone? All I have are pictures of my cat and my chemistry notes on it. Like, well, why would the Russians want that? And so, like, I mean, there's things in logic where we don't really put things 2 and 2 together. Or actually, I'm speaking for myself. I don't really do that, and so I don't really know why in dreams. But first, like, why that is. But first off, I must say this: I usually am not a big fan of Promethean weapons, but that incinerator cannon, that was epic. That shot right there, the double kill with freaking explosions. Like, I thought that was the most epic thing of this match, just because of that, of how that incinerator in cannon works. But anyway, so what I was talking about, that was a little tidbit. I'm sorry for getting a little rabbit trail, but like I just felt that was necessary because that was an epic moment in me playing Halo. Anyway, I thought that was very fascinating of how dreams can force your body in real life to interact. And like, I don't know, I always thought that that's weird, like how we could always think it's real until we wake up and we're like, whoa, like that doesn't make any sense. But while we're in the dream, we're like, that does make sense. Like, it's starting to sound like Inception or whatever, but I guess you get the point. I guess another thing we'll talk about is just how crappy this weather has been recently. So, um, I've, as some of you may know, I'm at UC Davis right now, and up here it's not close to what I'm used to in SoCal. So, up here it tends to rain a lot, and so this past week it's just been pouring and pouring and pouring, and like it's been windy and it's been cloudy every single day, and it's been like a wreck, like a nightmare of just how bad the weather is, and just having to go out and like walk to classes in the middle of that, and which kind of sucks. And so what happened was, I have a few things to tell. So like what happened was, I just got out of math class, right? And this is right before lunchtime, so I'm kind of hurrying to get back to my dorm so I could put away my stuff and go get some lunch. And I'm thinking, okay, like, I could take the shortcut. I'm going to walk right across the quad, and like I won't get that wet, like there isn't that much cover, but I'll be able to make it and I'll be fine. Like I'm not going to worry about this. And I start doing that. So I start walking across the quad. I'm like, okay, things aren't that bad. Then all of a sudden, like, it just starts pouring rain. It just, like, I don't think I've ever seen it rain that hard in, like, a 30-second span than it did right when I was walking out in the open with no cover. Like, I didn't have an umbrella. All I had was my hoodie. And so, like, it just started pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring rain. And, like, everything that I was wearing got soaked. Like my entire front half of my body, it looked like someone had taken a hose or like a super soaker or something like that and just like hosed me down for like a good 2 minutes or something. I was drenched to the bone. Like my shirt was wet, my hoodie was wet, my pants were wet, my socks were wet, and my shoes were wet. Like everything was completely soaked. And like even my backpack got wet, like, and all my notes and stuff, my homework and all that, like, it got completely drenched, and like the ink was starting to bleed out, and but like that's a side note. So anyway, so like I was completely soaked, and then I'm like, oh shoot, this can't get much worse. Like at least I'm gonna be able to cross. I'll be able to get to the sidewalk, and then there's like this massive puddle. It's like 4 inches deep, so that's like up to my ankle length deep, and then it's all over the quad. Like it's a huge puddle. Like I can't jump over it because it's like 5 feet long, and it goes like the length of the quad, so I have to walk completely around it. So basically I wasted time trying to take a shortcut, which actually turned out to be a long way. And then right after I got to the sidewalk where like everyone was walking normal, like the rain just stopped. And everyone was looking at me, and they were like, man, I feel bad for you, bro. Like, that sucks really bad. But, that was my experience. But anyway, this gameplay is coming to a close. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Hopefully, I'll be able to stay out of the rain, But, I'm beside the point anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some more Halo 4. I'll be posting some more, hopefully some more multiplayer, hopefully some campaign, but I'm not sure because of copyright stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. Leave some feedback, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.